Hello everyone, this is Ulises. Just wanted to talk about something that I don't see or hear a lot of us on social media talking about, which is the well-being and the safety of those amazing superheroes that are working literally in the front line of all the madness, all the chaos that we've been going through over the last 2 weeks or so. And I'm talking about um, individuals that are working at the hospitals. We're talking about doctors. We're talking about RNs. We're talking about any health worker, even staff. All of those individuals that are working so that we don't have to. Individuals that work at a bank. Thankful that we're making deposits on closed transactions, but somebody has to be open to take our deposits, to do all of the day-to-day operations at banks and institutions so that we can continue to survive this uncertainty. So we're all complaining and about to cut our veins with animal cookies over the fact that we are at home isolated with internet, with television, and a refrigerator stocked up with groceries, but nobody's talking about those health workers that are working 14, 16 hours a day, literally in the front line of everything that's happening. Those individuals haven't been allowed to work from home because they can't. They're working and busting their behinds and potentially putting themselves in danger so that we don't have to. And again, we're all frustrated and we're all very antsy about spending another minute at home if we don't have to. But just take this into account, all those individuals that are still conducting business so that we can live. We're talking about truck drivers that are working out of state and doing those crazy long runs literally across the country so that we can have the produce, we can have the products that we're buying, and that some of you are fighting over a roll of toilet paper and all of that. Somebody has to be stocking the groceries and the liquor stores with those products. So those individuals are also away from their family. They're probably potentially being exposed to all the virus that's going on, and they don't even know it because nobody's thinking about them. Why? Because they cannot afford to stay home. Again, all of those amazing superheroes that work at hospitals, clinics, they're at the front line of all this, and they're not getting tested. They're not getting monitored. They probably don't have the necessary equipment and mask and safety equipment to be able to do their job and take the necessary precautions. So let's keep them in our prayers. They're working a lot of hours, 14, 16-hour days. They're away from their families. They probably don't have their phone with them to be able to communicate with their loved ones and tell them, hey, I'm okay. So they're leaving their moms, their spouses, their kids away, and they're gone for hours, if not days. So they're working and busting their behinds so that we don't have to. So next time you complain about the fact that you're so depressed and frustrated about not being able to leave, think about those healthcare workers, those nurses, those doctors, everybody that helps out at the hospital, staff, individuals that work at liquor stores, supermarkets, truck drivers, banks, all of those amazing individuals that are forced to be open so that we can still live and be able to buy our groceries and be able to buy our water. We don't realize how amazing and how important they are until we realize that we cannot live without them. Who's thinking about the agriculture workers that are still on the field, picking up the crops, picking up all the produce? Nobody's thinking about them. So a big shout out to all of them. Nobody thinks about them, and it saddens me because at the end of the day, that industry is a huge driving force in our economy. Another thing that's very important that I wish we would all take that into account is promoting local small businesses. Next time you want to go through the drive-through of an In-N-Out, a McDonald's, whatever it may be, a Starbucks, maybe take a little detour and go through the drive-through of the mom and pop coffee shop and show them some love. Because here's my take. The Starbucks, the Targets, the Walmarts, all those big 800-pound gorillas, guess what? They're going to survive this uncertainty. But small businesses that are counting on the foot traffic and those to-go orders on a daily to be able to survive, be able to pay their overhead, be able to pay their employees, and be able to feed their loved ones, will not be able to survive these uncertain times. So next time you think about going through a drive-through, maybe take a little detour and show some love to the small businesses that are near your area, near your city. Small businesses are a huge driving force in our economy, and if we don't show them love, they're not going to survive these uncertain times. These are uncertain times for everybody, and we all need to stay together. We all need to be united, whether you're on the blue side or the red side or the green side or the purple side. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings. And instead of bitching and moaning about who's doing what or who's doing less or who's doing more, I think that we should all see each other as human beings. Beautiful country of Italy has lost I don't know how many doctors and nurses just last week alone, because they were infected. And they were infected trying to save more lives. So this is something of catastrophic proportions, and we got to take it serious. If you don't have to leave your house, don't. Don't test it and see what happens. Don't think that you're too young. Because originally we were hearing, oh, kids can't get it. Well, now that we know that they can, we got to take the necessary precautions. I'm watching from this beautiful window that we have in our office, and I see a bench where individuals sit and wait for the bus to arrive so that they can go to their destination, work, home, you name it. Somebody that might be sitting on that bench might be infected and they don't even know it. So just because you haven't been diagnosed, it doesn't mean you haven't been exposed to the virus. So take the necessary precautions, wash your hands. They say 20 seconds at the very least, 20 seconds with warm water. Another thing is if you have to leave your house, whether it's for work, whether it's to buy groceries, make sure that you take a shower immediately. Even if you took one in the morning, take another one. Especially, again, if you have spouses, if you have children, if you love them, like I know you do, take that extra shower so that we make sure that we potentially eliminate any remote ounce of any bad stuff that we might be carrying. We don't need more people, more loved ones losing their battle to coronavirus because we fail to recognize the signs. I see on social media people going to the beach in Malibu, Santa Monica, Venice, Huntington Beach. Those beaches are packed, and people are walking through the street like it's just a regular summer day. And I'm thinking, why are we doing it? They're not going to realize the mistake that they're doing and exposing their families until one of them gets sick. That's when they'll realize. So please put your ego aside. Listen to the media about staying home. Only leave when and if you really have to. Take a shower as soon as you get home. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing. Again, I went to the bank, and the banks were closed, and you had to stay 6 feet apart from the merchant window, and also 6 feet apart from the person that's behind you. So please, we don't need any more loved ones getting sick. We don't need any more elderly getting exposed to this. We don't need any more children. We don't need to lose more loved ones, co-workers, friends, family. So please, listen to this. It comes from the bottom of my heart. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm human. I'm a father. I'm a parent. I'm a brother. I'm a sibling. I'm a human being. I love to love. I'm a very affectionate person, and it kills me to not be able to hug and kiss my kids 20, 30 days a day like I normally do. So as much as it's killing me, I owe it to them because I love them with every ounce of me to not get them near me and potentially, give them something. So please, take the necessary precautions, and let's all pray. I believe in a higher power, and this too shall pass, but I feel that it'll pass a lot faster if we all band together, work as a unit, as a team, and not try to battle against each other. We need to put our egos aside and think of our future, of our kids, of our family. But again, let's show some love to those individuals that are still working so that you at home could enjoy Netflix or gaming or anything whatsoever. Because right now, guess what? They can't do that. I love you all.